So now I can just play a good move like just moving my bishop back because I don't have much of a choice here.
Okay, that was probably the best move in the situation because he really didn't. Like you said, he doesn't really have a choice of moving the bishop or not because if he didn't, that'd be gone. So I mean, we have to. I mean, mostly the goal is to try to get the king. That's a big goal in the game of chess, and that's like the main goal in chess. So let's try something different. Let's try bishop to g6.
Okay, so Kashish has played bishop to g6. Well, this has finally stopped the rook at staring down my king, which is a pretty good move a pretty good advantage for me. But now I still want to get my king to more safety just in case of any attacks, and maybe I might just want to play another waiting move, to see your actions. So I might just play king h2.
That was a really good safety move for the king. So we since we're trying to attack the king and we're playing the more aggressive side right now, there's a really like kind of tricky move, f5.
So Kashish here has played a very tricky move, f5. I think that my knight can just take on g6 here. Now this really stops like a lot of movement from the rook, like from his side, because his rook will be boxed in if his pawn takes, and his rook can't really support it if his rook takes. So I get a free pawn.
So that was a really good move on Sanjay's part, but there are some disadvantages because if I have to take with the rook, so I want my rook, and most logical move for Sanjay will be to take on f5.
Yes. So now I will take on f5 because now I've even played a waiting move just in case if this happened. I played king h2, so now I'm now not no longer in a pin.
Now that my rook is attacked, I have to move it back, and I think the best move for me would be g8 so it doesn't get attacked again on f6 if he moves there.
Okay, so he moved to g8. I could also recommend g5, which is also a good move, but g8 works perfectly fine. Now I need to get my queen to a more active square. Maybe queen h5, maybe way more active, putting in a good threat on f7, the very weak pawn.
So now that he's threatening f7, that might be a big problem for us, a very big problem. So let's try to like exchange queen. Actually, no, that might not be a good idea because our queen is protecting this f6 square right here. So might not be a great idea. So we need to think in the situation. So maybe a good move would be maybe like rook g5. He takes the pawn, we take a pawn, and it's a trade.
I think this is a mistake because now queen just takes on h6.
And now we can take on f5. Even though we are getting a little attacked, we can still move our king to safety a little bit more.
So here I will just play the move f4, just trying to keep my pieces like moving up forward, maybe trying to advance.
So I will just take with my with I will not take actually because that'll leave an open file for my king, and that's not a good thing to have when during your chess games. So we're gonna need to find a move that is really that'll help us a lot in this situation. We might need to play a waiting move because we don't have many great options.
Maybe you could support that with your f6 pawn.
But then you'd take. It'd be a kind of lose situation.
True.
Because you'd get a free pawn. I'm just gonna play a waiting move, rook b8. See what Sanjay does from here.
So I'm just gonna play rook h7. Maybe just maybe attacking his rook and maybe looking for some good ideas here.
So that was a pretty good move on Sanjay's part because my rook is now being attacked, and kind of that's pretty good. That's pretty good display. So I mean, I'm looking here to trade. I'm gonna take the f4 pawn.
So I see that Kashish has just taken the f4 pawn. Now, why do I have to do that? I'm not gonna trade. He has just blundered. I just take with my knight.
I had not anticipated that move from Sanjay. My bad. So I mean, we can take with our pawn, I guess, but not a great move. So this is a kind of losing situation because he's threatening checkmate on f7. So there might be a move like queen f6 to protect it.
So Kashish's queen comes up to f6, which is actually a pretty good move. But I have a much better move. Knight h5. This attacks his queen twice and basically tells him you have to move it. And it's going to be very hard to protect this piece from here.
So Sanjay's played a really, really good move, and we cannot do there. He has limited many of our moves, which are gonna be kind of limited too. So we're gonna need pretty good moves from here, which are gonna be really, really hard to think of.
I would suggest a move such as queen e7, or maybe even bishop g1 check.
Yeah, I was thinking of that route too, because bishop g1, he has to move his rook or his king, most logically the king, but I mean, it's all up to Sanjay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move my king to maybe h1, just keep it chilling down there.
So this is a pretty dire situation right now. And maybe thinking like that, even though he gets the attack, but
I feel like this is a blunder here because now my queen just takes on f7, which is an attack here, which was the whole point of the queen coming, and Kashish's king is forced to move to d8. So I will just follow up with queen g8.
Now I'm forced to move to d7.
Yes. Now Kashish is forced to move to d7. And now I will just play the amazing move, queen e6. The reason I moved to g8 was because I had this diagonal where my bishop was still in line.
So that was a really good move from Sanjay. I'm gonna have to move to d8, and
d8 right here is followed by rook f8 checkmate. So
beautiful checkmate, Sanjay. Would you like to explain anything?
Yes. So guys, definitely remember to look at all the checks, captures, and any threats on the board. Try to avert them as fast as possible, maybe even take evasive action. But then after you have cleared the threats, then look at your own plan. Guys, just think of what you might want to do next. Like, think what your opponent will do and act accordingly. So, thank you for watching, guys. This is our first YouTube video, and please make sure to subscribe and, of course, like this